Business is cancelled. I'm getting calls here and there, everything. People were complaining, I'm not around. I'm supposed to go for an inspection. We subcontracted to the harbour expansion job. And now, if my part is not satisfied, I'll be set charge on certain things, you understand? And a whole lot of things is backward and it's not nice. Disappointing.
The experience of Mr. William Kwakukpome was for most part of Friday, February 26, 2021, shared by hundreds, if not thousands, of passengers travelling from the Kotoko International Airport to other regions in Ghana, as well as other parts of the world such as Nigeria, South Africa, the UAE, the United States of America, to name a few. These passengers who had bought tickets, scheduled meetings and business engagements arrived at the airport as early as 5 a.m. for some, only to be met with an industrial action by some general workers of the Ghana Airports Company Limited, which started at 6 a.m. on Friday. Services such as mandatory screening for boarding, along with flight announcement, were not happening as expected, leading to long queues and huddles of passengers trying to figure out what was happening and how the situation could be salvaged. We earlier in the day spoke to the Divisional chairman who signed the statement sanctioning the strike that started all of this, Abdul Isaka Bamba.
As we served notice yesterday, we are withdrawing some of our services because we can no longer work with the managing director of the company, and our demand is very simple. Until he's removed from office, we'll not resume work. We expect that the powers that be will do what they are supposed to do. If they don't, we'll activate the next level.
Soon enough, the news of the impact of the strike action led to a crunch meeting between representatives of workers of the Divisional Union of the Public Services Workers Union, as well as the ministers designated for Labour, Transport and National Security. Mr. John Sampa, the General Secretary of the Public Services Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress, shared what transpired at the preliminary meeting with the ministers with City News.
The Minister Designate for Employment has come here. The Minister Designate also for the Road and Transport, which now aviation fall under, has also called. The board chairperson has also called. So we are now walking into a meeting. Understand it is either Jubilee House or the National Security. We believe that by the end of today, the matter will be resolved. We have also been assured that whatever it is, there will be resolution to the matter. So for the respect to the state, we have decided to halt temporarily the industrial action and go into the meeting. By 12 o'clock or after the meeting, if we have gotten some compromise, we will communicate jointly with the state what is happening. If we are not, we will also tell you our next line of action.
Around the time of the briefing in, passengers at both the domestic departure points and the international departure points were still struggling to come to terms with the ongoing strike action. We first engaged some of the travellers heading to different parts of the country who couldn't hide their disappointment.
It has affected me massively. I was supposed to be in Kumasi for a meeting at 8 a.m. but I had to call to tell them that the airport is on strike, airport workers are on strike, so I have to delay.
I'm going to Tamale, and the flight was supposed to be at 9:30, so got here at about 8:30, and we've since been waiting, hoping to hear something. I mean, we really want to go to Tamale today. We don't even know whether we'll be able to travel, and we're supposed to be there today because we are proceeding to Sandema actually, not in Tamale, and you need to do about 3 hours from Tamale to Sandema. Much as we think the authorities should ensure it doesn't happen, we also think that the workers should have given sufficient notice, because elsewhere notices are given and then people plan. But it just happened suddenly, and I don't think that is right. I mean, we probably empathize with the workers, but they need to make sure that there's adequate notice before they embark on such strikes.
The situation was the same, if not worse, at the Terminal 3, where most travellers complain about the poor communication from authorities and the need to take another COVID-19 test at their own expense. We engaged some of them.
I came here about 8 o'clock, and I'm supposed to be on, a sky flight to Lome. Then connect a flight with the Ethiopian airline to Newark in the US. Yes.
And then you got here, and then what happened?
I got here and nothing was going on. So we were made to understand that aviation people are on strike.
Although it's cancelled, nobody's going to bear our cost of the COVID test, the hotel, Like, we don't even know whether we're gonna go back. When are we gonna go back to US? We don't even know. That's the thing. We don't know. So at this point, they just canceled the flight. They said, just give us. They just took our contact numbers. They're gonna call us back. So we're just waiting for them.
Are they going to take care of your boarding in case you're coming from Kumasi somewhere?
No, they're not. They said it's not their fault. It's the airport's fault. So the airline is not gonna take any responsibility. The only responsibility they're gonna bear is to change the flights without a fee. But that's your fault. I've already done my COVID test, and within 72 hours, which ends today. So now I have to go back and pay for another 400 or so to do the COVID test. They're not gonna bear the hotel cost, nothing.